Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Word to insert comments and track changes, which is useful for the workshop assignments that we're doing this semester. Now, as usual, I'm using a Mac version here of Microsoft Word. And so this is the same version that's available in the classrooms in Old Main G17 and also in the Mac Lab in the library. I'm assuming you probably have Microsoft Word, other places. I'm sure this feature is available in other versions and in the PC version and so forth. It might look a little bit different. You might also have a similar kind of thing available to you in other applications that you use, but today I'm just focusing here on the Mac and on Microsoft Word, and hopefully it will be close enough to what you're using that it will be helpful to you. Okay, so the idea here is because we're in an online class, we need to find a way to be able to share our comments and to be able to do it in a specific way, to not just, attach an email message that sort of generally says, these are the things I thought about your paper, but to be able to look specifically at different parts. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring up what's called the reviewing toolbar, which contains all the buttons and things that you would need. So you just click here on View, and click on Toolbars, and then Reviewing. And that here brings up this toolbar. So you can see here's the Track Changes button. You click that down, and as I'm going to show you in a minute, what that does is then makes a record of all the different changes that you do. So, for example, here in my sample document, it says according to a recent Pew report. Let's say I just wanted to say in a recent Pew report. So I would just make that change like that, and there we go. And so you can see what has happened here is that this red text has appeared, and then over here in the margin you can see that, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger, that something has been added. And I'm going to zoom in so you can get a little bit better sense of what I'm saying here. Let me open the window again. So here's what it says. You can see I deleted according to, and in its place is in, and there's a little red dotted line that shows you all the way across. Now, you could also see here that there's a check box and an X box, and it says to click to accept the change, X to reject the change. So that means that as a reviewer, you can read through somebody's text, make changes that will show up like this, and then that person can go and look at those changes, see where they are, and then make a decision whether they want to accept it or reject it and go back. So, and in fact, if you come up here to this, you can hear it says show, it's showing the final showing markup. You could look at final, in which case you see the red just goes. You don't see any of that. You could see original showing markup, which is here. You get this crossed out. So you can see what's getting taken out, and you can see what's being inserted is in, right? So that's a different way of looking at it. And then there's also just look at the original, right? Which just shows you how it was originally sent to you. And as a author or as a reviewer, you'll always have the option of deciding how you want it to look. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So you can always take a look at it in different views and use that to your advantage. Now the other thing you can also do here is you can insert a comment. So let's say I wanted to add some kind of question here. I could just click on New Comment, and then that adds down here in the bottom a comment space. And then in here I can just write whatever I want to write, ask questions, make comments, and so forth. And so those are things that don't actually change the text, but it's just kind of like the equivalent of writing in the margin. And there's a couple other things, but that's really the main things that I use this for, and those are the things I'm kind of hoping that you can do. Just click on Track Changes, so that will make a record of the changes as you do them, and then insert comments as you feel it's appropriate. And then when you're done, you just save the file as you always would, and then you can just upload it again back up into WebCT, and then the author will be able to download it and see these changes and so forth. And if you save it as an RTF file, that also works. You could still see the changes. And anyway, so That's what I'm hoping that you will use. Now, obviously there's questions about what you should say and the kinds of edits you should make and so forth. But those are things that we've discussed in other spaces and that you can also draw on your other experiences doing workshop. So I hope this has been a quick and easy demonstration of how to use the reviewing toolbar to make comments on somebody else's paper or even on your own. You can sort of keep track of the changes that you're making as you're moving forward. Okay, that's it.